So if everybody's ready, the poem I'm going to do tonight is one of them. I'm going to do three of them, so if you want to walk by down with the river while I'm busy doing it, or something you'll know about when to come back. Okay. Is it sounding okay? Okay. The name of this one is Jack and the Devil. It was my Uncle Jack and me a-riding out on the lone prairie when we heard an awful mournful wail, and we cut into a gallop on that lonesome trail. I yelled, "I think the devil's in chase." Uncle Jack pulled up, a-slowing his pace. He turned meeting the devil head on. Sadly, I thought to myself, poor old Jack is gone. He hollered, "You ride ahead and keep yourself safe." Reluctantly, I tore out at a neck-break pace. I was a-frettin' and a-sweatin' at the old homestead, and here come old Jack, a-riding easy and a-shaking his head. I run out to meet him to help him in. He says, "I don't need help," he says with a grin. "The devil, bad weather, hard work don't make me sweat, but I'm damn glad the Lutherans ain't caught me yet."
Yeah! Bravo!
So I'll be a little more serious with this one. It's called Lay It Down. I bear the scars of cancers past. I've borne hideous gaping wounds. I've borne angels and demons from my fertile womb. I speak to you now from the other side of tribulation. Kindness is the only path. Compassion gives salvation. One must lay aside all pride, and hate must be cast away. No loathing can accompany you to a brighter day. Difficult to toss away, callousness your heart has built, but only by giving up hate's work can one lay aside the guilt. It's frightening to plunge ahead with only love to arm, but no fear resides in the purity of a soul that means no harm. I speak as one who has lived both sides of the equation. Goodness is its own reward. Tranquility, its creation. So I had the meanest rooster in the world, and his name was Clyde. And I want you to know that I am not putting down anybody that lives in a particular place or anything like that, but I am putting down this rooster because he was too mean to live. In fact, he wound up with his neck wrung, and now his spurs that were this long are my bookends. So that's how I tolerate meanness. But this is Clyde. And what Clyde was the king of the east side. This here's the story of Clyde, how he came to rule the east side. Clyde was ruled by violence. I tell no lies. He was twice as big as his size. Every bit of him was nothing but mean. Something like that should never be king. He was the cock of the walk, and there was no freedom in his flock. I'm speaking quite literally. Clyde was a barbed rock, you see. Everyone cowered at the very sight of him, but it don't really take much to scare a hen. So Clyde decided that where he'd go would be on the east side to put on a show. He was tired of bullying just weak, simple girls. The fun had come out of plucking their curls. So he headed out to fight the gamecocks and show them the power of the barbed rocks. Up and down the alleys, he fought quite a few. Everywhere, countless gamecock feathers flew. Clyde didn't care as he ripped off their door. Inside, there was always 4 or more. He caroused and fought until noon from dawn. He beat them all down till every gamecock was gone. But Clyde was still swaggering and staggering around. Only more blood could make him leave town. So he threw his talons upon a pit bull and beat him down into nothing but drool. Folks started yelling, "Bring all the dogs!" And old Clyde was a-stacking pit bulls like logs. The fur flew from the center of a circle of pits, and Clyde ripped them all into tiny, bloody bits. The air was alive with the yelping of mutts, and the street ran red with their blood and guts. None of them even got a feather from Clyde. All the dogs' owners broke down and cried. All through the night they cried and ran until they cry and run till somebody shouted, "Get the gun." Well, this was the first that Clyde got mad, 'cause a gun's too fast to prove that you're bad. So he flew straight in the face of the armed man and hurt him so bad that no one else took a stand. As the sky in the east began to glow, old Clyde eagerly began to crow. Silhouetted alone in the dawn was old Clyde, thinking, nobody parties like the east side.
Woohoo!
Thank you. You lasted through the whole thing.